Hi guys, um, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're doing well. Today I'll talk about IELTS test format. IELTS stands for International English Language Test System. The IELTS assesses your abilities in listening, reading, writing, and speaking in less than 3 hours. There are two types of IELTS: academic and general training. The Right, the listening and speaking sections are same for both academic and general training. However, the writing and reading sections are different for both academic and general training. So let's discuss the listening. The listening section is same for both academic and general training. It lasts for about 30 minutes. Uh, you have to listen to native English speakers recording, and then you have to answer the questions. So there are four types of recordings in listening section. In section one, there will be a discussion between two people set in an everyday social context. In part two, there will be a monologue. Set in an everyday social context. For example, a topic about local facilities. In section 3, there will be discussion between up to four peoples in an academic situation. For example, about a lecture or something like that. In section 4, there will be a monologue about an academic situation, for example, a university lecture. If you're taking a paper-based IELTS test, so you'll be given 10 minutes at the end of test to transfer your answers to question paper. But if you're taking a test, computer-based test, so there will be uh, you'll be given 2 minutes at the end of test. Pretty much you have to transfer the answers as you go along the test. So yeah, let's move on to reading section. So the reading section lasts for about 60 minutes, and there will be 40 questions in reading section. Sorry, I forgot to mention about listening. There are also 40 questions in listening section as well. So reading section is different for both academic and general training. In academic IELTS test, there will be three long passages, um, and you have to answer the questions accordingly. But in general training, there will be three different passages. But in section 1, there will be two or three or several short passages. And in section 2, there will be two short passages. But in section 3, there will be one long passage. So I would reckon the general training is much easier than the academic IELTS, because in academic reading there are three long passages. So let's move on to writing. The writing section also lasts for 60 minutes. So you have to spend 40 minutes for part 2 and 20 minutes for part 1. So part 2 is same for both academic and general training. So in part 2, you'll be given an essay to write about a point of view, argument, or a problem. And you have to spend at least 40 minutes. But in part 1, you have to spend 20 minutes. So there is a difference for different topics for both academic and general training. If you're taking academic tests, so in part 1, they will ask you about bar chart, pie chart, a bar graph, or a diagram. So they can ask about any of these topics. But if you're writing in a IELTS general training, then you have to write the letter discuss regarding an information or discussing a situation. So that's the main difference between academic and general training. So the fourth part of IELTS test is speaking. So this will assess your spoken English abilities. This test lasts between 11 to 14 minutes. So there are actually three parts of IELTS speaking, and it's same for both academic and general training. In part one, the examiner will ask you um, about general topic, for example, like your studies, your job, or your hometown, or your home. So this part of the test lasts between 4 and 5 minutes. In section or part two, you'll be given a card which asks you about to which asks you to talk about a specific topic. So you'll have 1 minute to prepare the topic, and then you have to speak up to 2 minutes. After that, the examiner will ask you two or three more questions about the same topic. In part D, the examiner will ask you more questions about the part two, the topic you discussed in part two. So this will give an opportunity to discuss more ideas and abstracts. So this part lasts between 4 and 5 minutes. So yeah, so the listening, reading, and writing sections of all tests are completed on the same day, with no breaks in between them. The speaking section, however, can be completed up to a week before or after other tests. So your test center will advise um, the whole test takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, so you can book either paper-based or computer-based test. The difference is that the paper-based test takes the results for paper-based test takes about 13 days to come. However, the results for a computer-based test can come in between 3 and 5 working days. So that's a major difference. So if your typing is good, so you can go for the uh, computer-based test. So hopefully, guys, this video will help you regarding your IELTS test preparation. And don't forget to like and subscribe my YouTube channel for more. Subscribe my YouTube channel for more videos. Stay safe and see you soon.